Hello and welcome. Today we are in the tier 10 Pan-Asian destroyer, the Yueyang. I wanted to play a torpedo destroyer. Initially I was playing the Shimakaze because, you know, Shimakaze, it's cool. But then it just didn't work out somehow. Ships were always doing their things and it was annoying, so instead I made a change of pace and played some Yueyang instead. So the big difference with the Yueyang and Shima is that Yueyang has deepwater torpedoes. These are torpedoes that basically you will only spot when they're right on top of you, but they cannot hit destroyers. So they are really effective if you don't have something like Hydro going on and the torpedoes are on point. They are very difficult to dodge if you don't know that they're coming. On top of that, Yueyang actually is pretty, in my opinion, pretty good these days because she has 3 reload boosters. Sure, she only launches 5 torpedoes per salvo and 2 salvo. I mean, 5 torpedoes per launcher and 2 launchers per. Words are difficult today somehow. Anyway, she launches 10 torpedoes at once, okay? But she can then use reload booster to launch another 10. Which means that you can have 10 torpedoes in the water. And this is really scary to any battleship or cruiser that doesn't have Hydro going to dodge them. If they don't know they're coming and the torpedoes are on point, these are really scary because they still hurt quite a bit. And these look quite on point against the Vincent. Now, I use smokescreen on Yueyang. You could also use radar. Personally, I like smokescreen because I'm playing this ship as a torpedo boat, right? My goal is to torp as much as possible. Well, okay. It is to farm torpedoes. I don't know, I really enjoy doing this. Maybe I should play submarines or something, because they eternally make me hate the game, but they are also very good at torpedoing. Anyway, I like torpedoing, and Yueyang's pretty good at this, right? And so I use smokescreen because smokescreen allows me to disengage when I get into a sketchy position. Now, I'm not 100% certain about this Yueyang build. See, on a torpedo destroyer, I really like having radiolocation finder, because then I know how far I can push my luck. The enemy DD has RPF, I don't, so it's difficult to go and try to pick a fight. I mean, even if I don't actually want to fight the destroyer, just getting closer to land more torpedoes is a sketchy situation, right? So I'm gonna have to be torpedoing at slightly longer ranges. The problem with taking RPF is that it messes up the build a little bit. You lose either last stand or something else related to torpedoes or HP, or something along those lines. And so it's a decision you have to make. Anyway, so far I'm trying to stay safe, particularly because looking at the minimap, my team has backed off. Like, I'm the only ship over here. The Grosse Kurfürst, Ohio, and Yamato are all sailing away. It seems the Hindenburg has Hydro going. See, if you have Hydro, then these deepwater torpedoes are pretty easy to avoid, right? Because Hydro spots the torpedoes at a known distance, rather than the super short distance that the deepwater torpedoes themselves allow. Man, speaking of, I feel like Shimakaze should have something like that. It's a torpedo destroyer, but it really isn't that good of a torpedo destroyer. Oh! A Cassade, I see. Well, I'm gonna fight a little bit, just to whittle down some of her HP, because the Cassade is not an amazing gunboat either. And, well, she doesn't have a smokescreen, I do. This is exactly the kind of thing I can use to disengage, and, well, with the smoke, I actually got an advantage. I mean, she's lost 9k HP. I have only lost like 4k, so I definitely won out in this engagement. I'm gonna try torping the Hindenburg again, I think. Now, speaking of deepwater torpedoes in Yueyang, I think that tier 11, my mind is blanking on the name right now, but the tier 11 is even more awesome. Honestly, I should have been playing that instead of Yueyang, but it is what it is. So here I open fire to get the Hindenburg to try to engage on me, and maybe a few shots on the Cassad, because I'm gonna get behind the island. Maybe I should have waited a little bit, right? If I had waited a tiny bit longer, I could have been safer, like gotten safely behind the island and not been hit as much, but it's fine. I don't think those torpedoes are going to work though, so I really should try to find myself something else to do. Because I don't think we can take the A-cap. I mean, look, there are 3 ships on this entire side of the map on my team, and 2 of them are leaving. The last one is me. And we actually hit the Hindenburg with that torpedo. That is very good news. Particularly if I'm actually sailing away, because she's gonna be worried that I'm stalking her. But meanwhile, I'll be actually doing something useful somewhere else. Like torpedoing this Vincent. Well, maybe. Depends on... This Vincent's playing well. Like, she actually like positions and stuff. If she actually pushed towards my team, well, then the Vincent would probably eat many torpedoes. Because the enemies are pushing into us, and that is pretty much the best scenario you can have as a torpedo destroyer. But at the same time, this map unfortunately doesn't allow for great torpedoing angles, at least not in the current state of the game. So I'm thinking, once they sink the Napoli, I should probably try to go for the B-cap. Because, I mean, my team still hasn't taken C, and we're gonna really start needing those points eventually. Also, this match was something quite rare. There is no carrier and no submarines in this match. It feels like paradise, honestly. Like, I had played a whole bunch of matches as torpedo destroyers, and they were always like, carrier this, submarine that, or actually it was always carrier and submarine. And when I got this, I was so happy. A little unhappy about the map though, and my spawn, because, well, you know that this isn't a great map to torpedo in like the early game, right? There's no real good positioning for this, because the ranges are, like the map doesn't have enough room so that battleships are relatively safe, right? They sit still, they don't sail around all that much, and there isn't enough room to like flank them to then torpedo them. One team has to actually push somewhere for this open space to open up, right? The fighting has to happen basically where the team spawned rather than around the cap zones. Because look, I'd like to torpedo this Oregon right now, but I can't because there's an island in the way. I can't torpedo the Hindenburg either because there would be another island in the way. I might be able to torp this Vincent, but that's only because, well, it just happens that there isn't an island in the way right now. But soon, there will be. Anyway, this first set of torpedoes will look very odd, because I basically aimed at the island. And what I was thinking is that I thought that the Oregon was gonna sail towards me and go around the island on my side rather than the other way around. But it seems that she decided otherwise, after all. And she might actually not sail out from behind it entirely and just sit behind it, which I suppose is a fair choice. Now, here's the question, what do? I think my teammates are gonna eventually take the C-cap. There isn't anything else to really fight elsewhere. There's only a Yamato and Utrecht to the very south of the map. So I think all the fighting is actually going to happen over here. The problem is, I am located by the Cassade's RPF, which means that the DD is somewhere around me. And looking at where my friendly Bourgogne and Utrecht are, I know that the Cassade can't be in a whole bunch of positions, right? It has to be somewhere around here. Like, in the general direction I'm looking at is most likely where she's going to be. And because of that, I can't safely just go around doing the stuff I'd like to be doing. If I had RPF, I could, because I'd have an idea. But right now, no. Oh, there she is. Wow. Well, I guess the Cassade is actually scared of me too, right? Because I outspot her. So stuff like this happens where We spotted... Well, no, we didn't spot each other. I spotted her, she didn't spot me. And now she had to turn and run. So she can't advance on my teammates as easily. And even if she could, my teammates are running away, so... It's not as good for his torpedoing anyway. But I can torpedo them because they do seem to be pushing into us somewhat. But honestly, the enemy team has lost enough ships around here that even if I do run into the Cassad again, I think I'm going to take the fight. At least a little bit, right? I still have a smokescreen around, my guns are still pretty damn good, because one of the problems with a Cassad being around is that, sure, the guns are alright, but it's not a guaranteed victory over me. However, what might happen is that she could launch her very fast torpedoes, and if they hit that close range, I am toast. Because they deal a bajillion damage. That's a technical term. Oh, and actually my teammates are shooting Cassad as well. That's very good. Okay, well, I definitely did not win out in the initial engagement here. But that's alright. Because I am now in a smokescreen and she is not. I keep moving at 1/4 speed, just to be a little bit off from the position I was previously at, so that if she did torpedo, I have a slight higher chance of avoiding them. Okay, Cassad's down to like 3k, maybe 2k, something along those lines. So I have a lot of HP. Oh yeah, she's gonna burn out. Goodbye! Excellent. And now, I get to farm battleships for free! Now this is what the ship is made for. Or do I? The smart choice, no, the safe choice would be to sail into the 8-cap, take the cap zone, and then do all the battleship hunting. The smart choice for XP and fun and coolness would be to actually go and chase the battleships with my torpedoes. I'm gonna be stupid and do the boring choice of taking the cap zone. Because if I take the cap zone, we're guaranteed to win. Because, look, sure, we have 6 ships against their 3, right? But look at this. Their ships have 217,000 HP, ours have 168. They might have double the numbers, but I have more HP. Because all of our ships, Ohio is low, Kofest is low, Begonia is half HP, Colombo is low, I am low, Utrecht is the only healthy ship on our team. So, yeah, I have to make the boring choice. Oh no, Republic, no. Please don't accelerate, please just go a little bit back and forth, please. Just let me hit you with torpedoes. Look how delicious this would be if I landed torpedoes on you, buddy. This would feel amazing, okay? Trust me. It would be great. For me. I don't know about you. You'll probably shrug it off. I mean, you're a big ship, right? You're a big, strong ship. Some little torpedoes slightly deeper in the water aren't gonna do anything to you, right? I mean, you're all about that jet life, aren't you? Those torpedoes were not meant to be. These, maybe. Some of them are gonna hit... Oh, I didn't expect one of them to hit a rock there, but they're gonna hit the other island too. Okay, last chance. Montana and Republic are coming in. This is my last chance to torp something. We do have a lot of firepower here, and these torpedoes are going to miss. That's very unfortunate. Anyway, we can try again. I do have a smokescreen available. I could use that. I mean, they probably know where I am based on the fact that the torpedoes are passing near them, right? I'm pretty sure Republic must have spotted them. And I used reload booster there. I should have probably waited until one of the sets was ready and then launched and then reload boosted, but it's whatever. I wanted to get them out as quickly as possible, and I mean, I might as well just keep shelling now. They know where I am, so it doesn't matter. Just hit them a little bit here and there, get fires going, maybe make them maneuver a little bit so they're less likely to avoid the torpedoes. Because look, if they do turn away from the torps, Like if this Montana turns away, he's showing sight to the Colombo and the GK. But that's not necessarily something she wants to do, right? And you could also be doing what this Republique does, which is turn too much. And eat 3 torpedoes. And die. And 2 hits on the Montana. If I had saved that one additional set of torps, man, could have probably deleted the Montana too. Oh well, it is what it is. I can just farm with my guns, I still have a lot of HP left. I mean, almost 8,000. Single salvo from Montana is surely not going to sink me. So if I get a fire here, that would be excellent. If not, it's fine. We are so far ahead in points. I mean, I took the cap zone, right, like I said was the smarter choice for winning. So there's no chance that Montana's gonna bring this back, even if she somehow deletes me and some of the other ships on my team. That hurt, but it didn't hurt. Like, it didn't even take half my HP. I could take at least one more salvo and survive. But she can't. So, game's over. We've won. 150,000 damage. Took 2 caps. Combat Scout because we spotted for 205,000 damage. And also, let's leave a present for the submarines. You might be asking, what submarines? Well, I mean, if you could see them, they wouldn't be very good submarines, would they? This was a great game. Thank you for the lack of carriers and submarines in this match that would have otherwise ruined it. Well, first grade is fine. 2,400. Wow, I'm actually surprised that 2,500 base XP actually only got me first grade. I would have thought that would actually be enough for E for effort. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.